My dear friends, esteemed listeners, and seekers of truth, I stand before you today to impart a message of profound importance. A message that has the power to transform your life and reshape your reality. We are here to explore and embrace a mindset of not caring about what others think. This is not a call to indifference or disregard for our fellow beings, but rather an invitation to tap into the infinite power that resides within you, the power of your imagination and your true self. Consider for a moment the energy you expend daily concerning yourself with the opinions of others. This energy, this precious life force, is being directed outward, scattered to the winds of external validation and approval. But I say to you with absolute certainty that this power belongs to you and you alone. It is your divine right to harness it, to direct it inward, and to use it to shape your world according to your deepest desires and true self. You see, when we allow ourselves to be swayed by the thoughts and opinions of others, we are living in a state of division. We are separating ourselves from our true nature, from the God within us, for it is written, I am my Father alone. This oneness, this unity with the divine is our natural state. It is who we truly are. And in this state of oneness, there is no room for the petty concerns and judgments of others. Now I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and feel the life force flowing through you. This energy, this essence, is the very substance of creation. It is the power that moves worlds, that shapes realities, and it resides within you, waiting to be awakened, waiting to be directed by your conscious mind. As you breathe, I want you to imagine a scene. Picture yourself standing tall, confident, and radiant. You are surrounded by a golden light that emanates from within you. This light is your true essence, your divine nature. Now imagine that all around you are the thoughts and opinions of others. They swirl about like leaves in the wind, but they cannot touch you. They cannot penetrate the radiant light of your being. Feel the power of this image. Feel the peace and confidence that comes from knowing that you are complete, whole, and perfect. Just as you are, this is your natural state. This is who you truly are. Now open your eyes and carry this feeling with you, for this is not just an exercise in visualization. This is a glimpse of your true nature, of the reality that awaits you when you fully embrace the mindset of not caring what others think. You see, my dear friends, the world we experience is nothing more than a reflection of our inner state, as within, so without. The Bible tells us, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This is not mere poetry or metaphor. This is the fundamental of creation. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your inner state, these are the building blocks of your reality. When you allow yourself to be consumed by the opinions of others, you are giving away your power. You are allowing external forces to shape your inner world and thus your outer reality. But when you embrace the mindset of not caring what others think, you reclaim this power. You take back control of your inner world, and in doing so, you gain the ability to shape your outer reality according to your will. Now, let me be clear, this is not about becoming selfish or disregarding the feelings of others. Far from it. When you truly embrace this mindset, you become more compassionate, more loving, more authentic in your interactions with others, because you are no longer acting from a place of fear or need for approval. You are acting from a place of wholeness, of completeness. Think about it. When you are constantly seeking the approval of others, are you not coming from a place of lack? Are you not implying through your very actions that you are incomplete without their validation? When you embrace the truth of who you are, when you recognize your oneness with the divine, you approach life from a place of abundance. You have an infinite wellspring of love and approval within you. You need nothing from the outside world to complete you. And from this place of completeness, of wholeness, you are able to give freely. You are able to love unconditionally. You are able to be truly present with others without the need to impress or to gain their approval. This is true freedom. This is true love. Now, I want you to consider for a moment the great figures throughout history who have changed the world. The visionaries, the innovators, the revolutionaries. Do you think they achieved their greatness by constantly worrying about what others thought? No, of course not. They dared to think differently. They dared to challenge the status quo. They dared to be true to their inner vision, regardless of the opinions of others. You see, when you stop caring about what others think, you free yourself to hear the voice of your own intuition, your own inner guidance. This is the voice of God within you. It is always speaking, always guiding you towards your highest good. But so often we drown out this voice with the cacophony of others' opinions and expectations. Imagine for a moment what your life would be like if you could hear this voice clearly, if you could trust it implicitly, if you could follow its guidance without hesitation or doubt. This is the life that awaits you when you embrace the mindset of not caring what others think. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. But Wayne, you say, how can I simply stop caring what others think? It's not that easy. And you're right, it's not easy. If you approach it from the level of the physical, the love, but remember, we do not manifest our reality through action alone. We manifest through consciousness, through our state of being. The secret, my dear friends, is this. You must assume the state of the wish fulfilled. You must live from the end. In other words, you must become, in consciousness, the person who does not care what others think. You must feel it, believe it, know it to be true, even before there's any physical evidence of it. Close your eyes once more. Imagine yourself as that person. Feel what it feels like to be completely free from the opinions of others. Feel the confidence, the peace, the inner certainty that comes with this state. Breathe it in. Let it permeate every cell of your being. Now, here's the crucial part. You must persist in this state. You must make it your new normal. As you go about your day, continually remind yourself of this feeling. Return to it again and again, for as you persist in this state, it will harden into fact. It will become your new reality. Remember, the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. As you change your inner state, your outer world must change to match it. This is the law. This is how reality works. Now, I want to address a common misconception. Some people believe that not caring what others think means becoming cold or indifferent. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you truly embrace this mindset, you become more loving, more compassionate, more authentic in your interactions with others. You see, when you're constantly worried about what others think, you're not really present with them. You're caught up in your own mind, in your own insecurities and fears. But when you let go of this need for approval, you're free to be fully present. You're free to really see and hear the other person, to connect with them on a deeper level. Moreover, when you're no longer seeking validation from others, you're able to give more freely. You're able to love unconditionally because your sense of self-worth isn't dependent on their reaction or approval. You're coming from a place of fullness, of abundance, rather than lack. Think about the people in your life who truly inspire you, the ones who radiate confidence and authenticity. Aren't they the ones who seem least concerned with what others think of them? They're not trying to impress anyone. They're simply being themselves, fully and unapologetically. And paradoxically, it's this very quality that draws others to them. This, my friends, is the power of embracing the mindset of not caring what others think. It's not about becoming selfish or disconnected. It's about becoming more authentically yourself. And in doing so, you give others permission to do the same. Now, let's talk about how this mindset can transform your relationships. When you're constantly seeking approval, you're not showing up as your true self in your relationships. You're showing up as who you think the other person wants you to be. This creates a barrier to true intimacy and connection. But when you embrace this mindset, you allow yourself to be vulnerable, to be real, to be seen for who you truly are. And yes, this can be scary at first. There's always the fear that if people see the real you, they might not like what they see. But here's the truthful, that people who are meant to be in your life will love you not in spite of who you are, but because of who you are. Moreover, when you stop caring so much about what others think, you free yourself to set healthy boundaries in your relationships. You're able to say no when you need to without feeling guilty. You're able to express your needs and desires clearly without fear of rejection. This leads to more balanced, more fulfilling relationships. Now, let's consider how this mindset can impact your career and your pursuits in life. So often we hold ourselves back from pursuing our true passions because we're afraid of what others might think. We choose safe, conventional paths instead of following our hearts. But imagine for a moment what you could achieve if you were free from this fear. What dreams would you pursue? What risks would you take? What greatness might you achieve? You see, when you stop caring what others think, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. You allow yourself to think outside the box, to challenge conventions, to innovate. This is how progress is made. This is how new ideas are born. This is how the world is changed. Consider the great innovators and visionaries throughout history. They didn't achieve greatness by following the crowd or worrying about what others thought. They dared to be different. They dared to pursue their vision even when others called them crazy or impossible. Now, I want to address a common fear that comes up when we talk about not caring what others think. Some of you may be worried that this mindset will lead to selfishness or a lack of consideration for others. But let me assure you, this is not the case. When you truly embrace this mindset, you actually become more considerate, more authentic in your interactions with others. Because you're no longer acting from a place of fear or need for approval. You're acting from a place of inner security and self-assurance. Think about it. When you're constantly worried about what others think, aren't you actually being a bit selfish? Aren't you more focused on how you're being perceived than on truly connecting with the other person? But when you let go of this need for approval, you're free to listen, to really see the other person. You're free to be genuinely present and engaged. Moreover, when you're secure in yourself and your own worth, you're able to celebrate other successes without feeling threatened. You're able to offer genuine compliments and support because you're not constantly comparing yourself to others or seeking their validation. Now, let's talk about how this mindset can impact your overall sense of happiness and fulfillment. When you're constantly seeking approval from others, you're putting your happiness in their hands. You're allowing external factors to determine your self-worth and your level of satisfaction with life. But when you embrace the mindset of not caring what others think, you take back control of your own happiness. You start to define success on your own terms. You start to pursue goals and dreams that truly resonate with you, not just ones that look good to others. Imagine waking up each morning excited about the day ahead because you're living life on your own terms. Imagine going to bed each night satisfied because you've been true to yourself. This is the kind of deep, lasting fulfillment that comes from embracing this mindset. Now, I want to address something important. Embracing this mindset doesn't mean you become immune to hurt or disappointment. You're still human after all. There will still be times when criticism stings or when rejection feels painful. The difference is in how you handle these experiences. Instead of being devastated by them or letting them define you, you're able to process them and move forward. You're able to see them as part of the journey rather than as a reflection of your worth. This resilience is one of the most valuable skills you can develop in life. It allows you to keep pursuing your dreams even when faced with obstacles. It enables you to bounce back from setbacks stronger than before. And here's a powerful truth. The more you embrace this mindset, the more resilient you become. Each time you choose to follow your own path, despite others' opinions, you grow stronger. Each time you express yourself authentically without fear of judgment, you become more confident in who you are. Now, let's talk about how to cultivate this mindset in your daily life. Remember, it's not about trying to force yourself not to care. It's about shifting your focus inward, about reconnecting with your true self, your divine nature. Start each day with a moment of quiet reflection. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and remind yourself of who you truly are. Feel your connection to the divine source within you. Remind yourself that you're complete, whole, and perfect just as you are. Throughout the day, whenever you find yourself worrying about what others think of us, take a breath. Return to that feeling of inner certainty and completeness. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind your thoughts. You have the power to choose which thoughts you entertain and which you let go. Practice expressing yourself authentically in small ways. Share an opinion, even if it's different from those around you. Wear something that truly reflects your style, even if it's not fashionable. Take a small risk in pursuing something you're passionate about. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you cultivate this new mindset. Celebrate small victories along the way. Each time you choose authenticity over approval, seeking your growing. Each time you follow your own path despite others' opinions, you're becoming stronger. Now, I want to share with you a powerful technique for embodying this mindset. It's called the I Am meditation. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Then begin to repeat to yourself, I am free from the opinions of others. I am confident in who I am. I am complete and whole within myself. Feel the truth of these statements as you repeat them. Let them sink into your subconscious mind. Do this for a few minutes each day and watch how your reality begins to shift. Remember, my dear friends, the imagination is the gateway to the divine. It is through your imagination that you can experience and embody new states of being. So, use your imagination to its fullest potential. See yourself as the person who's free from the opinions of others. Feel what it feels like to be that person. Live from that state and watch as your outer world transforms to match your inner reality. Now, let's talk about how this mindset can impact your creativity and self-expression. When you're constantly worried about what others think, you tend to play it safe. You stick to what's familiar and accept it. You hold back your most innovative ideas for fear of judgment or ridicule. But when you embrace a mindset of not caring what others think, you give yourself permission to explore, to experiment, to push boundaries. You allow yourself to be truly creative and innovative. Think about some of the greatest artists, inventors, and innovators throughout history. They weren't the ones who played it safe and followed the crowd. They were the ones who dared to think differently, who weren't afraid to challenge conventions and push boundaries. By embracing this mindset, you open yourself up to new possibilities. You allow yourself to dream bigger, to take bigger risks, to pursue ideas that others might consider crazy or impossible. And here's the thing, even if not every idea is a winner, even if you face setbacks or failures along the way, you're still growing. You're still learning, you're still moving forward. And that's what really matters. Remember, my dear friends, you are not here to live up to the expectations of others. You are here to fulfill your own unique purpose, to express your own unique gifts. The world doesn't need another copy, another person trying to fit in. The world needs you, the real you in all your authentic, imperfect, glorious uniqueness. When you embrace the mindset of not caring what others think, you free yourself to be that person. You free yourself to make your unique contribution to the world. And in doing so, You inspire others to do the same. Imagine a world where everyone felt free to be their authentic selves. Imagine the creativity, the innovation, the love that would flourish in such a world. This is the world we can create, one person at a time, as we embrace this mindset. Now, I want to address a fear that often comes up when we talk about not caring what others think. Some of you may be worried that you'll lose connections or relationships if you start being more authentic. And it's true. As you change, some relationships may shift or even end. But here's the beautiful truth. As you become more authentic, you'll attract people who appreciate and love you for who you truly are. You'll form deeper, more meaningful connections based on mutual understanding and acceptance. And the relationships that do stand the test of time, they'll become stronger than ever. Because now you're showing up as your true self, allowing for a level of intimacy and understanding that wasn't possible before. Remember, my dear friends, you are not your roles. You are not your job title, your relationship status, your social standing. These are all temporary states, costumes you wear in the play of life. But beneath all of these, you are infinite consciousness, pure awareness, the very essence of creation itself. When you embrace this truth, when you live from this understanding, the opinions of others lose their power over you. As you continue on this journey of embracing a mindset of not caring what others think, remember that it's a process. There will be days when it feels effortless, when you're soaring high above the opinions and judgments of others. And there will be days when it's a struggle, when old habits and fears resurface. But know this, each time you choose authenticity over approval seeking, each time you stay true to yourself in the face of opposition or doubt, you're growing stronger. You're reinforcing this new mindset, this new way of being. In closing, I want to remind you of your true nature. You are not small, limited, or lacking in any way. You are a divine being, infinite and eternal, temporarily experiencing life through a human form. The opinions and judgments of others have no power to define you or limit you unless you give them that power. So choose today to reclaim your power. Choose to live from the understanding of who you truly are. As you leave here today, I challenge you to start living this truth. Start making decisions based on what feels right to you, not what you think others expect. Start expressing yourself fully and authentically. Start pursuing your dreams without fear of judgment. It won't always be easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. Because when you stop caring what others think and start living true to yourself, that's when life really begins. That's when you start to create a life that's not just successful by society's standards, but deeply fulfilling and meaningful to you. And remember, my dear friends, you are never alone on this journey. The entire universe is conspiring in your favor. The divine power within you is always guiding you, always supporting you. Trust in this power. Believe in yourself and watch as miracles unfold in your life. Thank you, and may you go forth and create the life of your dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic of our discussion is embrace the change and keep moving forward. As we delve into this subject, I want you to open your minds and hearts to the infinite possibilities that lie within you. Change, my dear friends, is not something that happens to us. It's something that happens to us. We are the creators of our reality, the architects of our destiny. When we truly understand and embrace this concept, we unlock the door to a life of boundless potential and endless growth. Let us begin by understanding the nature of change. In this ever-shifting world, change is the only constant. The universe is in a perpetual state of flux, and we, as conscious beings, are an integral part of this cosmic dance. To resist change is to resist the very essence of life itself. But here's the beautiful truth. You have within you the power to direct this change. You are not a mere spectator in the theater of life. You are the playwright, the director, and the lead actor. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your imagination are the tools with which you craft your reality. Consider for a moment the world around you. Everything you see, everything you experience began as a thought, an idea in someone's mind. The chair you're sitting on, the building you're in, the very clothes on your back, all were once mere imaginings before they materialized into physical reality. This same principle applies to every aspect of your life. When we talk about embracing change and moving forward, we're not discussing a passive acceptance of external circumstances. No, we're talking about actively shaping your world through the power of your consciousness. You see, the external world is nothing but a reflection of your inner state of being, as within. Now I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and relax. Imagine yourself standing at the threshold of a new chapter in your life. See yourself stepping forward with confidence, embracing the changes that come your way. Feel the excitement coursing through your veins as you move towards your desired reality. This, my friends, is the state of consciousness from which all positive change springs forth. But how do we maintain this state of embracing change and moving forward? The key lies in understanding the law of assumption. This universal principle states that if you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, if you live from the end result you desire, the outer world must conform to mirror that inner conviction. Let me illustrate this with a simple example. Suppose you desire promotion at work. Instead of anxiously waiting for it to happen, living in a state of lack and worry, you must assume the feeling of already having received that promotion. How would you feel? How would you carry yourself? What thoughts would occupy your mind? Live from that state of consciousness and watch as the outer world rearranges itself to match your inner conviction. This principle applies to every area of your life, whether you're seeking improved health, harmonious relationships, financial abundance, or personal growth. The process remains the same. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, live from that state of consciousness, and persist in that assumption until it hardens into flesh. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Wayne, what about the challenges and obstacles we face? How can we embrace change when it seems difficult or even painful? My dear friends, this is where the true power of your imagination comes into play. You see, challenges and obstacles are not barriers to your progress. They're opportunities for growth, stepping stones on your path to greatness. When you encounter a seemingly difficult situation, instead of resisting it or feeling defeated, use your imagination to see beyond it. See the lessons, see the growth, see the new possibilities that this change is bringing into your life. Remember, your imagination is not bound by the limitations of your current circumstances. It can transcend time and space. It can reshape your reality in an instant. When you face a challenge, close your eyes and imagine the ideal outcome. Feel the relief, the joy, the sense of accomplishment as if it has already happened. This is not mere positive thinking. This is actively shaping your reality through the power of your consciousness. Let's delve deeper into this concept of embracing change. Change in its essence is neutral. It is our perception, our interpretation of that change that gives it meaning. What might seem like a setback to one person could be seen as an opportunity for growth to another. The difference lies in their state of consciousness. Consider the caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. From the caterpillar's perspective, the process of metamorphosis might seem like the end of its existence. It's leaving behind everything it has known, everything that defined its identity. But we, with our broader perspective, know that this change is not an ending, but a beautiful beginning. The caterpillar is not losing itself. It's becoming its truest, most magnificent self. In the same way, the changes in your life, even those that seem challenging or painful, are opportunities for your own metamorphosis. They are invitations to shed the limitations of your old self and step into a great self, more expansive version of who you truly are. But how do we maintain this perspective in the face of seemingly adverse circumstances? The answer lies in your ability to revise your experience through the power of your imagination. You see, your imagination is not bound by the constraints of linear time. In your imagination, you can revisit any experience, any moment, and reimagine it in a way that serves your growth and forward movement. Let me share a technique that I call revision. At the end of each day, before you sleep, review the events of your day in your imagination. If there were any experiences that you found challenging or unpleasant, reimagine them. See them playing out differently in a way that aligns with your desires and supports your growth. Feel the emotions of this revised experience as if it had actually happened that way. This practice does more than just make you feel better about your day. It actually reshapes your subconscious patterns and beliefs, altering the trajectory of your future experiences. Remember, your outer world is a reflection of your inner state. By revising your experiences in your imagination, you're literally rewriting the script of your life. Now, let's talk about the second part of our talk. Keep moving forward. Moving forward is not about physical action alone. It's primarily a state of consciousness, a way of being. When you're truly moving forward, you're not just changing your external circumstances. You're evolving as a conscious being. Think of this phrase you have. Every challenge you face, every change you embrace is an opportunity for you to know yourself more fully, to express more of your divine nature. You are an infinite being having a human experience. Your journey forward is not about getting somewhere external. It's about unfolding more of who you truly are. This understanding changes everything. It shifts your focus from external goals and achievements to internal growth and expansion. Don't misunderstand me. There's nothing wrong with having external goals. But when your primary focus is on your inner growth, on expanding your consciousness, the external manifestations will naturally follow. So how do we keep moving forward in this sense? The key is to cultivate a state of constant awareness of being fully present in each moment. When you're truly present, you're able to see each experience, each change as an opportunity for growth. You're able to respond to life with creativity and wisdom rather than reacting from old patterns and limitations. The state of presence of awareness is your true nature. It's who you really are beneath the layers of conditioning and learned behaviors. As you cultivate this awareness, you'll find that moving forward becomes effortless. It's not something you do, something you allow. Imagine a river flowing towards the ocean. The river doesn't struggle to move forward. It simply flows following the natural contours of the land, adapting to each twist and turn. Sometimes it moves swiftly, other times it slows down, but it never stops moving towards its destination. This is the kind of forward movement I'm talking about, natural, effortless. But what about when we encounter obstacles on our path? What about when change seems too daunting, when moving forward feels impossible? This is where the power of your imagination becomes crucial. You see, your imagination is the bridge between your current reality and your desired state of being. When you face an obstacle, instead of focusing on the problem, use your imagination to see beyond it. Imagine the solution, feel the relief and joy of having overcome the challenge. Live from that state of consciousness and watch as the path forward reveals itself. Remember, the universe is infinitely creative. There are countless ways for your desires to manifest, most of which you can't even conceive of with your rational mind. Your job is not to figure out how everything will work out. Your job is to hold the vision of your desired reality, to live from that state of consciousness, and to trust in the perfect unfolding of your life. This trust, this faith is not blind optimism. It's based on a deep understanding of the laws of consciousness. When you truly grasp that your outer world is a reflection of your inner state, you realize that by changing your consciousness, you inevitably change your reality. This is the true meaning of embracing change and moving forward. Now let's explore another crucial aspect of embracing change and moving forward: the power of your self-concept. Your self-concept is the sum total of all your beliefs about who you are. It's the story you tell yourself about your capabilities, your worth, your place in the world. And here's the key: your experiences will always align with your self-concept. If you see yourself as someone who struggles with change, who finds it difficult to move forward, then that will be your experience. But if you see yourself as someone who embraces change, who moves forward with ease and grace, then that becomes your reality. The choice is yours. This is where the practice of I am comes into play. Your I am is the most powerful creative force in your universe. Whatever follows, I am shapes your reality. So choose your I am statements wisely. Instead of saying, I'm afraid of change, say, I am embracing change with enthusiasm. Instead of I am stuck, say, I am moving forward with confidence. But remember, these are not mere affirmations to be repeated mindlessly. They are states of being to be felt, to be lived from. When you say, I am embracing change, feel what that would be like. How would you carry yourself? What thoughts would occupy your mind? What emotions would you experience? Live from that state and watch as your outer world aligns with this new self-concept. This brings us to another important point: the role of feeling in creating your reality. Your feelings are the secret power behind your thoughts. It's not enough to think about embracing change or moving forward. You must feel it. You must embody it. Emotion is the fuel that powers the engine of manifestation. When you combine a clear mental image of your desire with the corresponding feeling state, you create an unstoppable force of creation. This is why it's so important to cultivate positive emotional states. Joy, excitement, gratitude, love. These are not just pleasant experiences. They are powerful creative forces that shape your reality. So how do we cultivate these positive emotional states? Especially when facing challenging changes, the answer lies in your ability to choose your focus. You see, in any given moment, there are countless aspects of your experience that you could focus on. Some may evoke feelings of fear or resistance, while others may inspire feelings of excitement and possibility. Where you place your attention determines your emotional state. This doesn't mean ignoring or denying challenging aspects of your experience. It means choosing to focus on the aspects that empower you, that move you forward. What's the opportunity here? How can this change help me grow? What new possibilities does this open up for me? By asking these questions, you shift your focus and consequently your emotional state. Now let's talk about the concept of persistence. Embracing change and moving forward is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process, a way of life. It requires persistence, the ability to hold on to your vision even when external circumstances seem to contradict it. Remember, there's often a time lag between the change in your consciousness and its manifestation in your outer world. This is where many people falter. They change their thoughts and feelings for a short while, and when they don't see immediate results, they revert to their old patterns. But those who persist, who maintain their new state of consciousness, regardless of external evidence, are the ones who experience true transformation. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't see any immediate evidence of growth. But beneath the surface, changes are happening. The seed is germinating, roots are forming. If you were to dig up the seed every day to check on its progress, you'd interfere with its growth. Instead, you trust in the process. You continue to water and nurture the soil, knowing that in due time, the plant will emerge. The same principle applies to the seeds of change you plant in your consciousness. Continue to nurture them with your thoughts, your feelings, your unwavering belief. Trust in the process, even when you can't yet see the results. This is the essence of persistence. But persistence doesn't mean rigid attachment to a specific outcome. It means maintaining a state of consciousness that aligns with your desires while remaining open to the infinite ways in which they can manifest. Sometimes the universe has even better plans for you than you can imagine. By staying open and flexible, you allow these higher possibilities to unfold in your life. This brings us to another crucial aspect of embracing change and moving forward: detachment. Now, detachment doesn't mean not caring about your desires. It means not being anxiously attached to how and when they will manifest. It means trusting in the perfect unfolding of your life, knowing that everything is always working out for your highest good. Detachment allows you to enjoy the journey, to find joy and fulfillment in the process of growth and change, rather than constantly striving for some future state of happiness. It allows you to be fully present in each moment, to appreciate the beauty and lessons in every experience, even the challenging ones. This state of detachment is closely linked to the practice of surrender. Surrender is not about giving up or resigning yourself to unwanted circumstances. It's about releasing your grip on how things should be and allowing the infinite wisdom of the universe to guide your path. When you truly surrender, you release the burden of trying to control everything. You tap into a flow of grace and ease that carries you forward. This doesn't mean you become passive. You still take inspired action, but it comes from a place of alignment and flow rather than struggle and force. Now let's delve deeper into the concept of inspired action. When you're in alignment with your desires, when you're living from the state of your wish fulfilled, you'll find yourself naturally inspired to take certain actions. These actions will feel joyful, exciting, almost effortless. This is very different from the forced, anxious action that comes from a place of lack or fear. Inspired action is like sailing with the wind at your back. You're still steering the boat, still making choices, but you have the power of the universe supporting you. This is how you keep moving forward with grace and ease. Remember, the universe is always communicating with you, always guiding you towards your highest good. But to hear this guidance, you need to cultivate a state of inner stillness. This is where practices like meditation and mindfulness come in. These practices help you quiet the chatter of your mind so you can hear the whispers of your intuition. Your intuition is your direct line to infinite intelligence. It's the part of you that knows the shortest path to your desires. By learning to trust and follow your intuition, you navigate the changes in your life with wisdom and grace. You move forward not by forcing your way through obstacles, but by flowing around them, always finding the path of least resistance. This brings us to another important point: the power of letting go. Sometimes moving forward means letting go of things that no longer serve you. This could be old beliefs, outdated habits, or even relationships that no longer align with your growth. Letting go can be challenging, but it's essential for your evolution. Think of it like pruning a plant. By cutting away the dead or excess branches, you allow more energy to flow to the healthy, growing pots. In the same way, by letting go of what no longer serves you, you free up energy for new growth, new experiences, new aspects of yourself to emerge. But how do we let go, especially of things we've been holding on to for a long time? The key is to understand that letting go is not a loss, but a gain. You're not losing something valuable. You're making space for something even better. When you truly grasp this, letting go becomes an act of self-love, an affirmation of your worthiness to receive more good in your life. Now, as we continue to explore this topic of embracing change and moving forward, I want to address a common misconception. Many people believe that embracing change means constantly seeking new experiences, always being on the move. But true change, true forward movement, often happens in moments of stillness. Think of a tree. It grows and changes constantly, yet it remains rooted in one place. Its growth is not about moving to a new location, but about expanding its branches, deepening its roots, becoming more of what it truly is. This is the kind of growth and forward movement I'm talking about. Not a restless seeking of external experiences, but a deepening and expansion of your own being. This brings us to the concept of being versus doing. In our action-oriented society, we often equate moving forward with doing more. But true progress, true change, comes from a shift in your state of being. When you change who you are being, your actions naturally align with that new state. For example, if you want to embrace change more easily, don't focus on doing things differently. Focus on being the kind of person who flows with change, who sees opportunities in every situation. From this state of being, your actions will naturally support your desire to embrace change. This shift from doing to being is truly transformative. It takes you out of the endless cycle of striving and struggling and into a state of effortless creation. It allows you to move forward not through force, but through alignment with your true nature. As we conclude this discussion on embracing change and moving forward, I want to leave you with this final thought. Every moment is an opportunity for transformation. Every breath is a chance to step into a new version of yourself. The power to change your life, to move forward into new realms of experience and expression, is always available to you. It resides within you in the infinite creative power of your consciousness. Remember, you're not the helpless spectator in the drama of your life. You are the author, the director, and the lead actor. Through your imagination, your assumptions, and your persistence in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you have the power to shape your reality. Embrace this power. Use it consciously and deliberately. Let it guide you forward into the glorious future that awaits you. So go forth, my dear friends, with the knowledge that you are divine beings, creators of your own reality. Embrace change not as something to be feared, but as the very essence of life itself. Keep moving forward, not through struggle and strain, but through the joyful expression of your true self. For in this lies the secret to a life of boundless possibility, of constant growth and expansion. You are limitless. You are powerful. You are the architect of your destiny. Now go and create the life of your dreams.